Lifelong learning is a cornerstone of successful investing, and few have championed this idea more passionately than Charlie Munger. By continuously seeking knowledge and adapting to new information, investors can make wiser decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Munger's philosophy emphasizes that learning does not stop after formal education. Instead, it is a lifelong pursuit that enriches both financial outcomes and personal growth. Embracing this mindset opens doors to new opportunities and helps build a foundation for a more secure future. The commitment to ongoing education empowers individuals to navigate the complexities of investing with greater confidence and resilience. Many people dedicate years to formal education, believing it is the surest path to financial success. But what if this conventional approach to learning is actually a trap, limiting our potential to build real wealth? By focusing solely on academic achievement, we might overlook practical skills, entrepreneurial thinking, and opportunities that lie outside traditional classrooms. This raises a critical question. Are we investing our time and resources in the right way, or simply following a well-worn path that leads to average outcomes? Exploring this idea challenges us to reconsider what it truly means to learn and grow financially. This video is structured around 3 key themes. First, we uncover the smart person's trap, a common pitfall that often hinders genuine growth and understanding. Next, we delve into Charlie Munger's authentic perspective on learning, highlighting what it truly means to acquire knowledge and wisdom. Finally, we challenge the prevailing hustle culture myth, examining its limitations and misconceptions. Together, these sections provide a comprehensive exploration of how to approach personal and intellectual development more effectively. Take a moment to consider your own experiences navigating the vast landscape of financial information. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer volume of news, data, and expert opinions available at your fingertips? It's easy to get lost in the constant stream of updates and conflicting advice. Reflect on how this abundance of information has influenced your financial decisions, both positively and negatively. By acknowledging these challenges, you can begin to develop strategies to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters for your financial well-being. The more information fallacy suggests that simply accumulating more data or facts will automatically lead to better understanding and learning. This myth has become increasingly prevalent in our data-driven world, where access to information is virtually limitless. As a result, many believe that quantitative approaches, measuring, tracking, and analyzing, are the most effective ways to learn. However, this reliance on data can sometimes overshadow the importance of context, critical thinking, and meaningful engagement with material. While information is valuable, true learning often requires synthesizing knowledge, making connections, and applying insights. Recognizing the limitations of the more information fallacy helps us appreciate the balance between quantitative data and qualitative understanding in the learning process. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information from countless sources. While access to knowledge has never been easier, this abundance can lead to information overload. When overwhelmed, it's easy to mistake the sheer volume of data for genuine understanding. This illusion of knowledge can cause us to feel confident about topics we haven't truly grasped. As a result, critical thinking may suffer, and important details can be overlooked. True comprehension requires reflection and discernment, not just exposure to facts. Navigating this landscape demands careful attention to the quality and relevance of the information we consume. Action bias is a tendency to feel compelled to make decisions or take action, especially when exposed to a steady stream of new information. In the context of investing, this bias often emerges as investors react quickly to news headlines, market updates, or economic forecasts. Rather than pausing to analyze the relevance or long-term impact of this information, individuals may make impulsive trades or adjust their portfolios prematurely. Such reactive behavior can lead to increased transaction costs, missed opportunities, and even significant financial losses. Understanding how constant information flow fuels action bias is crucial for developing more disciplined and thoughtful investment strategies. Action bias can have significant financial and emotional consequences for investors. Frequently, buying and selling investments often leads to increased transaction fees and higher taxes, which can erode overall returns. Additionally, acting on impulse may result in buying assets at inflated prices and selling them during downturns, locking in losses rather than gains. These mistakes not only impact your portfolio, but can also create stress and regret, making it harder to stick to a long-term strategy. Over time, the cumulative effect of these costs can substantially reduce your wealth and confidence in your investment decisions. Many people believe that constantly consuming financial news and media is the key to becoming a successful investor. However, this approach often leads to information overload, making it difficult to distinguish valuable insights from noise. The endless stream of headlines and opinions can fuel anxiety, causing individuals to second-guess their decisions and react impulsively to market fluctuations. Rather than fostering confidence, this habit can undermine long-term financial goals and lead to poor investment choices. True financial learning comes from focused study, practical experience, and critical thinking, not from chasing every new piece of information. By stepping back from the media frenzy, investors can cultivate a calmer, more disciplined approach to managing their finances. Charlie Munger's philosophy goes far beyond simply gathering information. He emphasizes the significance of developing a latticework of mental models, which involves weaving together concepts from various disciplines to better understand the world. Rather than relying solely on isolated facts, Munger advocates for building a framework of interconnected ideas. This approach allows for deeper insight and more effective problem solving. By integrating knowledge from fields like psychology, economics, and mathematics, one can make more informed decisions. Ultimately, Munger believes that true wisdom comes from seeing patterns and connections, not just accumulating data. Charlie Munger's approach to decision-making is rooted in the integration of big ideas from a wide range of disciplines. By drawing insights from psychology, biology, physics, and other fields, he seeks to understand the underlying principles that govern human behavior and the natural world. This multidisciplinary perspective allows Munger to identify patterns and avoid common cognitive pitfalls. For example, psychological concepts like bias and incentive structures help him anticipate errors in judgment, while biological principles shed light on adaptation and survival strategies. Physics offers models for understanding cause and effect, as well as the importance of considering second-order consequences. By synthesizing these diverse viewpoints, Munger builds a robust framework for making sound decisions in complex situations. The principle of inversion, famously advocated by Charlie Munger, encourages us to approach problems by considering the opposite of what we desire. Instead of solely focusing on how to achieve success, Munger suggests examining what leads to failure or the destruction of wealth. By identifying common pitfalls, such as excessive risk-taking, lack of discipline, or ignoring fundamental analysis, investors can actively avoid these traps. Munger's approach shifts the emphasis from chasing gains to safeguarding against losses. This mindset helps create a more resilient investment strategy as it prioritizes the avoidance of costly mistakes. Ultimately, by understanding what not to do, investors can make wiser decisions and preserve their wealth over time. Many believe that learning is simply a matter of accumulating more information, assuming that the more data we absorb, the wiser we become. This popular myth overlooks a crucial aspect of true understanding: the quality of what we learn. Charlie Munger's approach stands in stark contrast. Instead of endlessly adding new facts, he emphasizes subtracting noise, removing distractions and irrelevant details. Munger focuses on timeless principles that remain valuable regardless of changing circumstances. By distilling knowledge to its essentials, he achieves clarity and deeper insight. This method encourages us to seek enduring truths rather than chase fleeting trends. Charlie Munger often highlights the importance of temperament in the pursuit of lifelong learning. He believes that cultivating patience and emotional restraint is just as crucial as acquiring knowledge. Rather than rushing into decisions, Munger advocates for the discipline to wait until genuine opportunities arise. This approach requires resisting impulsive reactions and maintaining composure even when faced with uncertainty or pressure. By mastering these qualities, individuals can make wiser choices and avoid costly mistakes. Ultimately, Munger's philosophy suggests that success is not only about what you know, but also about how you manage your emotions and timing. As we conclude the exploration of the subloops, it's important to distinguish between simply consuming data and actively building wisdom. Data consumption involves gathering facts and information, often without deeper reflection or context. In contrast, wisdom building requires synthesizing knowledge, drawing connections, and applying insights to real-world situations. Recognizing this difference allows us to move beyond passive learning and engage in meaningful growth. By closing these subloops thoughtfully, we ensure that our experiences contribute not just to our knowledge base, but to our overall understanding and judgment. Many smart, ambitious individuals are often told to keep learning as a pathway to success. While continuous education can open doors, it can also create a subtle trap. The more knowledge people accumulate, the more confident they become in their ability to predict outcomes and make decisions. This overconfidence can lead them to take unnecessary risks, believing they can outsmart uncertainty. Instead of fostering wisdom, relentless learning sometimes fuels speculation and bold moves without adequate caution. The aha moment comes when we realize that learning, without humility and restraint, can actually undermine sound judgment. Recognizing this paradox is essential for balancing ambition with prudent decision-making. Intelligent individuals often excel at analyzing complex problems and making informed decisions. However, this very strength can make them susceptible to the smart person's trap in investing. Their confidence in their reasoning abilities may lead them to overestimate their capacity to predict market movements or outsmart other investors. Additionally, they may fall prey to confirmation bias, selectively focusing on information that supports their views while ignoring contradictory evidence. The desire to apply logic and intellect to every situation can sometimes overshadow the unpredictable nature of financial markets. As a result, even highly intelligent people may make risky investments, convinced that their expertise will yield superior results. This paradox highlights how cognitive strengths can inadvertently become vulnerabilities in the world of investing. Confusing data consumption with genuine wisdom can lead to significant consequences. When individuals believe that simply absorbing information equates to understanding, they may develop misplaced confidence in their decisions. This false sense of expertise often encourages speculative behavior, as people act on surface-level knowledge without fully grasping the complexities involved. Such actions can result in poor judgment, increased risk-taking, and the spread of misinformation. Over time, these patterns undermine thoughtful analysis and critical thinking, making it harder to distinguish between informed choices and impulsive reactions. Recognizing the difference between knowing facts and possessing a true wisdom is essential for responsible decision-making. Charlie Munger's approach to learning is rooted in humility, emphasizing the importance of recognizing one's limitations and continuously seeking deeper understanding. In contrast, many modern learning processes are driven by hubris, where individuals often act confidently on superficial knowledge without fully grasping the complexities involved. This overconfidence can lead to significant errors in judgment and decision-making. Munger advocates for a lifelong commitment to learning, cautioning against the dangers of assuming expertise too quickly. Acting on incomplete information not only increases the risk of mistakes, but can also hinder personal and professional growth. By embracing humility, one remains open to new ideas and avoids the pitfalls associated with intellectual arrogance. The key insight here is the importance of evolving from simply acquiring knowledge to actively building wisdom. This shift encourages us to prioritize safety, peace of mind, and ease in our approach to learning and decision-making. By focusing on these elements, we create a foundation that supports thoughtful choices and long-term well-being. Wisdom building goes beyond memorizing facts. It involves applying understanding in ways that foster security and tranquility. Ultimately, this perspective helps us navigate challenges with greater confidence and clarity. To break free from common pitfalls, it's essential to focus on timeless principles that remain relevant regardless of changing trends. Prioritizing quality over quantity allows you to make more meaningful progress, rather than simply accumulating experiences or information. Building a strong latticework of mental models helps you approach problems from multiple perspectives, leading to better decision-making. By integrating these strategies into your daily routine, you can create a solid foundation for personal and professional growth. Remember, lasting success often comes from consistency and thoughtful reflection, rather than chasing quick fixes. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on the books that have shaped your perspective and inspired personal growth. Sharing these transformative reads can spark meaningful conversations and help others discover new sources of wisdom. If you have favorite investing quotes that have guided your decisions or motivated you, feel free to suggest them for future analysis. By exchanging insights and recommendations, we can continue to learn from one another and deepen our understanding of both literature and investing.